perfect balance. In fact, each step you take, you move a little better than before with perfect balance. Each and every step working a little bit quicker, a little faster with better balance. It's all going to happen right now on the count of 3, back to 1. 3, 2, and 1. Eyes open. Everybody on stage, everybody in the audience, go ahead and stand up. Take a little test drive of those new feet and shoes with perfect balance. Each step you take, you move a little easier, a little quicker, a little faster than before with perfect balance. For the people on stage, one at a time, use the stairs and go down onto the showroom floor with perfect balance. People in the audience, continue to walk safely through the audience with perfect balance. One at a time, down the stairs with perfect balance. Each step you take, move a little easier, a little quicker, a little faster than before. When you get down onto the showroom floor, spread out from one another and walk different directions. When I snap my fingers again, your hands also grow 3 times their normal size. Now you have the big hands and the big feet walking around in perfect balance. In fact, those hands help you balance even more. Now you have the big feet, big hands walking around in perfect balance. Spread out, turn, go down different aisleways of the showroom. Perfect balance all the way down the stairs. When I snap again, your heads also grow in size. Now you have the big heads, big hands, big feet, perfect balance. You will not trip, push, or fall. The reason why your bodies are like this, when I snap again, you realize that you are aliens from outer space. Aliens, this is your first encounter with human beings. Go into the audience, go to the nearest human that you're closest to now, and examine the human beings. When you get to the first human, examine the human's hair. Touch it, feel it, smell it. Stay with one human until I tell you to move on to another one. Stay with one human only. Examine the hair thoroughly. Touch it, feel it, smell it. And now move to the next human nearest you, and when you do, you will examine the human's ears. Be very gentle with the ear, as the ear is a very delicate piece of anatomy. Touch the ear, study the ear carefully, gently, as once again the ear is a delicate piece of anatomy. And now move to the next human and examine their nose. Be very gentle with the nose, as once again the nose is a very delicate piece of anatomy. Touch the nose, look at the nose, lean down, look inside if need be. However, no probing necessary. And as you examine their nose, you catch a glimpse of the eyes of their neighbor, and you realize that person has information that you need. And the way to get that information is to use your telepathic powers and stare as closely as you can with your eyes directly into their eyes. Do it now. The closer you get with your eyes to their eyes, the more information you can gather telepathically. Staring deeply, closely, intently through the lenses of their eyes into the recesses of their minds. And as the humans trying to keep that information from you, you know how to stimulate them. That's right. Rub their elbows in order to create stimulation. Rub their elbows as you stare in their eyes. Rub their elbows as you stare in their eyes. Rub both elbows as you stare in their eyes. And when I snap my fingers, the music's going to stop. And when the music stops, you are all back to normal, wondering what you're doing. 3, 2, 1. Wide awake! Freeze! Frozen. People who were on stage, people who participated in the audience, stay frozen. Everybody else have a seat. Give all our friends another big round of applause. Yes? She's back there. Wow, there she is. And frozen again. People who are frozen, unfreeze. Turn towards me, remain standing. Relax your arms at your sides. Get a firm plank with your feet underneath your bodies with perfect balance. Looking right here at the bridge of my nose. Take a deep breath in. As you exhale, your eyes close, your heads relax forward in the standing position with perfect balance. Sleep. Because once again, this round of applause is all for you. Give them a huge, huge round of applause. Yes, yes. I want to thank the other folks who came up here earlier. Just because we weren't able to use it for the entire show doesn't mean that you too can't get into a deep workable state, into a state of what we call somnambulism. It just means perhaps the environment wasn't conducive for you. Some of y'all started to get where you need to go, then you became a little self-conscious. Some of you just were self-conscious from the get-go. But I appreciate the volunteering. Let's give them all a nice round of applause coming up here. Yes. She's so cute. And frozen right there asleep. Put her on the tour bus. People in the standing position, on the count of 1 up to 5, you're going to open your eyes, you're going to be wide awake, fully refreshed and invigorated, as if you just had 8 hours of restful sleep. However, big however, if indeed there is a specific time at which you do need to go to bed tonight, and or your body is physically fatigued, and you need to go to bed in order to recharge that physical battery, as soon as you get in your bed for either one of both those purposes, you will indeed go right to sleep. Tomorrow morning, if there is a specific time at which you need to awaken, you will indeed get up at that specific time. You're going to be more rested, more energized tomorrow morning than you will be tonight. Tonight, you're going to feel as if you had 8 hours of restful sleep. Also, on the count of 1 up to 5, you will not remember anything that you did in this showroom tonight until you exit the theater. Once you walk 5 steps out of the theater into the lobby area in the hallway, on step number 5, you will stop right in your tracks. At that point, you will experience total recall. At that moment, you're going to remember everything you did tonight with no embarrassment. You were the stars of the program, and if anybody gives you grief about anything you did, they're just jealous and envious. They didn't get that wonderful time you had to have. I guarantee it's not going to happen. We love you too much. We're not going to degrade you. In fact, we're going to express our love one more time, wrapped up in this big giant round of applause for all of you right now. And frozen and asleep. On the count of 1 up to 5, wide awake, not remember anything till you're 5 steps out the door. I have a little wake-up music for our guests, starting now at the count of 1. Everyone, feel that energy start to move up through your feet, up into your calves, up into your thighs. 1 up to 2. Feel that energy starts to surge up to your lower back, up into your upper back, cascading out to your neck, your shoulders, all the way down the length and breadth of your arms through the tips of your fingers. At the count of 2 up to 3, feel your fingers wiggle as that energy starts to move back up through your hands, up through your arms, shoulders, neck, into your head, clearing out your head as your head has not felt clear in a long, long time. 3 up to 4. Feel that energy now pulsate, radiate from the top of your head through the tips of your toes, all over your mind, body, and soul. And at the count of 4, up to 5, eyes open, wide awake. 5, as this round of applause gives you a big boost of energy, 8 hours of restful sleep. You guys have been a fantastic audience. If you want to learn more about hypnosis, stop me around the ship. I feel I love to talk shop, or you can go to my website, worldclasshypnotist.com. If you want to know how to do this, I'm teaching a class in October, 10 days in Orlando, and a whole lot of